So, Nick, when you had your first gay experience, how did it make you feel? And welcome to the fourth episode of Brother Brother.
Well, I haven't had one yet, so we'll have to see. Never say never, you know?
I should have asked about his second gay experience. That would do it, right?
Well, you'd have to have it first to have a second. You know?
That's true, I guess.
How many have you had if you're already assuming I've had
So
two?
I know I said in the beginning it was the first, but I misspoke. It was the fourth. I said fourth. It is the fourth, but it should have been the fifth, but it's the fourth.
Are you talking about yourself right now? Like you've had 5?
No, I'm talking about how I
6?
deleted the audio of the last episode. So we ended up having to make it a Patreon episode because, the audio was horrible.
It's good.
It was only from the camera.
Hear it, you know?
You can hear it. It just doesn't sound like this. Doesn't sound good.
Unusable, I think is the word.
Unusable is the word. Unusable is
I bet
definitely
you
the
were
word.
real glad when you saw that happen. Julian.
Well, I was just trying to clean up my desktop like I told you, and I ended up just cleaning it up, but too much so. Removing some crucial data. But it's fine for Patreon since no one will even watch anyway.
Whatever.
It's the early episodes. There'll be technical difficulties sometimes.
Hopefully we don't lose audio anymore. You know?
Yeah, there's only been issues in the
Patreon
folder. Episodes, so
well,
that's the key.
Coincidence.
Coincidence are just they're the ones who once we have people that join that they're going to be the guinea pigs. Yeah, get to test
the guinea pigs.
Yeah, test that out for us first.
Test out our lack of
But since no one will get to see that, I don't want to like revisit it, but I kind of forget what we talked about in the episode for the most part.
Who can remember?
Did we talk about your jobs, or was that the car episode? I think that was the car episode we talked about, like you worked at Grinders and stuff.
Either that or the episode before that.
I think it would make sense for the car one because I was asking you like when you drove to work or something like that, like me getting to my work too. I don't know, but
so long ago.
I wanted to talk about the jobs you had. Like, how many jobs have you had? Like, as compared to me, I feel like you've been very consistent with your working styles compared to me, in terms of employment and just staying at one place for an extended period of time, typically.
Aside from like Meyer, yeah, basically.
Aside from Meyer,
yeah. Remember, I was working there in Cracker Barrel at the same time.
Well, the people don't know. I do. But so go through.
Right,
what are your jobs?
Well, Grinders, and then after that,
what was Grinders? Get into this podcast, dude.
What if we already talked about Grinders?
Well, those people probably didn't watch that episode. Let's be honest. So what's Grinders?
It's a local Ohio sandwich shop.
Yeah.
My restaurant that I worked at has since shut down because.
Because why would it stay open?
Yeah, there's Firehouse Subs across the street. They kind of dominated.
Infinitely better choice. It's like Jersey Mike's.
Yeah.
All right. So you worked at Grinders. Job one.
That was like my job through high school, and then college. I didn't work.
So you worked at that job for like 3 years, 2 years.
I think 2.5 years.
That's pretty long as a kid. That feels like literally that's all you
like
do.
All of high school. Like when I was driving, my whole driving.
You're just like
experience
this. I just am
the same place.
I'm a grinder guy.
Yeah,
I grind.
Grinder boy. Grind boy.
You just grind all day and all night.
Like walk in the room and they're like, "There's Nick the grinder."
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about jobs like that when you're young. It's like I thought I was gonna work at McDonald's for forever. I was like, this is.
Oh no.
This is just my life.
Absolutely not. No.
Oh, because I only worked there for like a year, but it felt like I was there for so much longer.
Dude, Grinders was crazy.
we probably felt like you were there for like 5 years.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but we could also like.
That's the.
Well,
kid
I mean,
job life,
it's not like we could. It's illegal to smoke in the walk-in.
Have you smoked in the walk-in at all of your jobs?
No, at Cracker Barrel I smoked in the employee break room.
Okay, so we're getting ahead of ourselves. So you worked at Grinders first, and you did that all through high school. So you did that for like 2.5 years. You said.
Well, for a while, yeah.
All right, and it felt like more, obviously.
How could it not?
So where'd you go after that, and why did you go?
Cracker Barrel.
You went to Cracker Barrel after that?
Yeah.
You worked nights at Cracker Barrel, didn't you?
Well, I originally started dishwashing, but yeah, then I was a prep cook and worked nights doing maintenance.
So you started as a dishwasher just like after school, or when was this?
This was after OU. So like I had that time where I was just at OU. I didn't work. I didn't have money. I didn't have
just
fun.
went to school?
Yeah, I just went to school.
Wait, you mean like at Athens?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was a
I remember
full-time
that time.
student.
I was there with
that
you.
didn't go to class.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. And then
Okay.
Cracker
So
Barrel.
Cracker Barrel, you were
and
there for how long?
Oh, I don't know. Like a year probably.
And you were there for a year, and you said you were a dishwasher. And then you were what?
Prep cook. And
You were a prep cook there at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that you
cornbread and biscuits and dumplings.
Okay,
and
so
shit.
you're right. Okay, and then you were just night maintenance after that.
Yeah, my trainer was.
How'd you get into that night
vet.
maintenance?
I don't even know.
Like you
I
you
probably
go
was
from
just
prep
like
cook
talking
/ dishwasher.
Yeah, I was like, I could just stay up all night. So like, you want me to just stay overnight?
So that was your first night shift job.
Yeah, the best job I've ever had. The guy I worked with is like an army vet dude.
And what'd you do all night?
Bro, it was the best. We just like cleaned the floors and the bathrooms and shit, made sure nothing was broken.
And I mean, no one's there.
And we're literally locked in the building until 7:30 in the morning when the manager gets there.
You can't get out. You can't go smoke. Or anything?
I mean, there's the emergency exit, but it sets off the alarms. Oh, well, we smoked in the employee break room, cigarettes and weed, and we'd ash into a cup, and then we'd just pour the ashes down the toilet.
Why does that not
trash in the
surprise
can.
me in the slightest?
Because everyone smokes, dude. You can smoke anywhere.
Especially that job.
Anywhere.
Especially that job, dude. Wait, is he just smoking cigarettes and weed at that point? You and this guy?
Yeah.
Man, that's nice, dude. No one's doing
Yeah,
crazy
we were
shit.
done by like 3 in the morning, just hanging out because we were both.
And when did you start?
Like
11?
Yeah, like when the restaurant closed, like half an hour before the restaurant closed, maybe like 10:30.
You were just lurking in the back.
Yeah, essentially, like don't let the customers see you. Just wait.
They're like, there's this sweaty demon-looking man in the corner.
Not me. No, I'm not.
His name's Nick.
What's scary?
Don't confront him.
I'm a very
just leave him
welcoming
alone.
individual, very warm, and empathetic.
Don't even look at him. Like you'll scare him, he'll scare you. It's be a mutual scared situation.
No one wins in that.
He's
situation.
gonna look at you and go, "Hey, how you doing, baby?
That is not even my voice.
How you doing, baby?
Don't make
you
that a
go,
thing.
You wanna go in my trunk with the other girls?
Oh, was that voice from the audio lost episode?
Yeah.
Oh,
Which just makes that's why I'm doing it now.
Oh man.
Nick wants to put girls in his trunk. He's talking in third person now. You shouldn't be doing that, Nick.
This is when he said Nick in the voice, clearly being yourself.
Nick. Nick is referring to the Patreon episode we put on Patreon.
You gotta pay us money if you want to see that shit.
Well, it's not gonna sound good because
no. But the bit still works, I think.
Yeah. I mean, basically, it was just Nick's at the gym. Nick's at the gym and he's gonna find a girl. He wants to find a girl. It's the first time he's at the gym, and it's a very exciting time for him. And I have cameras set up everywhere, just all over the place, just to track Nick's movements and whereabouts. So I had some at the gym, and I watched him just grab a woman and run out the door.
Don't spoil everything. They got to pay us money if they want.
They can't even hear it. So basically,
lame.
Nick's a monster. He scares people. People get scared by Nick.
No one's ever been scared by me before.
Nick, you're talking to the third person. It's frightening. I don't appreciate it, and I need
That's
you to
just
stop.
you. That's you.
What do you mean it's just me?
You're saying it's me, but it's actually you.
My name's Nick, but I also
You're just
say
describing
Nick
your own life
talking
events,
about third
saying
person.
it's me. It's insanity.
Nick, how are you mocking
what
me?
you're doing?
How are you mocking
Like,
yourself?
I can't believe it.
And also
It's
talking?
wild.
So
Why
you
would
went
that
from
be that?
Cracker Barrel. Why'd you quit that job if it was so great? Why'd you quit?
Well, I was working with Papap doing real estate after that.
He was working with our now dying grandfather.
Yeah.
You said you're doing real estate? What does that mean? What does doing real estate mean? What does that entail?
Like literally everything about buying a house. Like you had
what? Didn't you learn the whole process?
Yeah, obviously.
All right.
But he wanted me to do it with funding, but no one wanted to give funding to some 19-year-old dude.
Some jagoff.
Yeah, like
with a
ridiculous.
shitty beard and bad.
It was
small
before.
hair. Got him.
You just have to hide
So
your
good.
hair under a hat. What do you mean? Who are you
Nick
talking
doesn't know.
about?
He doesn't know, dude.
What? Get out of here.
So wait, how are you supposed to buy a house with no money? And why would people,
That was the issue.
and why
that
was what's the incentive for people to give you money to buy a house when you're like a 21-year-old? Right. So
Exactly.
Was it up to you to figure that out?
Yeah.
What
that
was
was
the
a pretty big
incentive?
hurdle. That was a pretty big hurdle.
You just never did you?
How could you? Yeah. Like I tracked down people that like had their houses foreclosed upon and shit. That they got like.
Didn't our grandfather like pay for like a bunch of shit to like?
Yeah, the scam courses.
But he wouldn't actually pay for a house.
Correct.
He'll pay for scam courses.
He said I paid for the courses, so we should be able to get a house now.
We just go print some.
So then he sent me to work with Uncle Brian to
our Uncle Brian
do the affordable housing shit, where like you had to get the most desperate people whose house is literally a liability.
Isn't that what he does still?
And then sell it for more. Oh yeah, it's lucrative for sure.
That's insane.
You just have to have literally zero empathy, looking people in the eyes and saying, "Here's $10 for your house. I'm going to sell it for $65,000." Like.
They have no choice but to accept.
Yeah, because like they're going into more debt just from having the house, and they literally need to get rid of it.
That's very sad.
Yeah.
So you didn't want to do that?
No, I was so stressed out that I was like puking every day, and I went to the doctor. And they were like, "You're literally at risk of a heart attack." The nurse had the doctor
22.
Yeah, well, no, like 20. Because I
worked
at Lost Marks before I was even 21.
Wow. So you went from Cracker Barrel. So you left Cracker Barrel to work with our grandfather because he just made it seem like you could make a lot of money.
He also paid me weekly more than I was making.
Did he ask you how much you were making in order to do that?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
So I was like, whatever. I mean, I'm making more
at the time, but you didn't even really think about it because you're young.
Yeah, I was like, whatever.
Now,
and then I got taxed to shit because he didn't take taxes out when he was paying.
Well, why would he take taxes out? You know?
Well, because that'd be good accounting.
Well, he's not doing the accounting.
No.
He just had to figure out how much to pay you to get you to leave your job to come do his job.
Well, he wasn't even really his job. He was just like the boss, I guess.
So you got paid to
read these courses day after day. So I knew
you're just reading.
I knew the ins and outs of it, like
of what
commercial real estate versus residential real estate. No, it's not a scam as long as you can get the funding, but no one wants to fund some dipshit that's not even 20 years old.
So step one's the biggest hurdle, funding.
Basically, yeah. I don't even know if that step one is probably like step 7 or some shit.
Wow. What step
I know how to do a marketing campaign. Like I could send flyers out to people and shit. Yeah, well, anyone could.
People
it's
like
not
flyers?
Hard. No, they throw them in the trash.
I hate flyers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even read them.
But
I just grab them.
The goal with them is the 0.1% of people. That's all you need, baby.
Dude, even then, do they even do anything? That 0.1%?
Yeah, because they desperately need to get rid of their house.
Dang, it's sad.
Yeah.
All right, so
it's horrible.
So when did that end? When did you work with
When I was having the medical issues, and the doctor was like, "You're literally gonna have a heart attack."
How far were you doing it for? Like how long?
Like a year.
That sounds like a year of stress.
Oh, it was horrible.
Which makes this make more sense.
Plus, I got taxed to shit, like because he wasn't.
You weren't expecting it either. So you didn't save for it.
So I did not save for it.
So you just got.
Yeah. Oh, I was on a payment plan for like 2 years after.
Oh, that's fun. Wow.
With the government, Uncle Sam, baby.
Well, they're gonna make you pay.
Oh, you'll pay.
You'll pay.
You'll pay.
You'll pay. If you don't pay.
Oh, but I was working at Meyer at the same time I was working at Cracker Barrel. Totally just skipped over that.
Wait, so you were working 2 jobs?
Yeah. I had no fingerprints because I was doing dishes.
Is this while you were breaking after school?
Yeah, this is after a year.
I was thinking after high school. This is after college. You were working at Meyer and Cracker Barrel?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Because I needed money, dude.
Well, you always need money.
Always need money.
You always need money.
And
so why didn't you go back to another night shift job since that was so great?
Because they don't pay me what I'm getting paid at Lost Mars.
No.
Like I've applied for a couple over the years.
But, yeah. True.
They have to be like security jobs, and they drug test for that.
Can't work a drug test job.
Nope. THC is fireable.
So you got a job at Lost Marks after you got your medical issue.
Mm-hmm.
And how'd you get that job? Were you just applying places? And
Oh yeah. I didn't even apply as a cook. I applied for like, I think it was a host and a dishwasher.
Oh, those are both easy jobs.
Yeah, he was like, "Well, I don't need those, but I need a cook." And I was like,
"I don't need the things I was like, advertise.
Whatever, man. Okay.
I don't need what I advertised for, but but can you do something else?"
I was like, "Sure, man." So I came in on a Friday in a sweatshirt.
Your first day was a Friday?
Yeah, in a sweatshirt and jeans because I was like, I'll just be doing paperwork or something. And they're like, nah, you're on the grill, literally the hottest part.
Most jobs, that's what you'd be doing.
Oh, yeah. First night I puked in the bathroom because I was wearing my sweatshirt and jeans.
Sweating?
Yeah, I had a heat stroke, I'm pretty sure. I was like, I can't fucking do this.
So your first impression of this new job was, I can't do this.
Basically.
So what made you stay? They just keep paying you
I
more?
just kept showing up, yeah. And now I'm the longest lasting cook in the kitchen. At
Are you
this
the
point.
longest
I'm the oldest
employee or just
no,
cook?
just in the kitchen.
Oh.
There's like 3 or 4 people that have been there longer than me.
Well, like servers and shit?
One's the manager now.
That's crazy that they get paid enough to want to stay there that long.
Tips are good, I guess.
Tips are good at a Mexican place? Mexican family food
I
place?
put out quality food, man. What do you mean?
You're not the main reason they're getting tips, I'm sure.
The food.
There's one reason, but it's also their service. You know how quickly she brings the drinks, where the refills
just,
at.
Like, expected, I would think.
Not everywhere, unfortunately. So you got the Lost Mars job. You worked your way up to cook, even though they just started you there.
I stayed, yeah. I didn't work up.
So you're not the kitchen manager or anything yet?
What?
You're not the kitchen manager or anything yet? Didn't they want you to be that?
They've asked me like 3 times. I'm like, nah.
You don't want to do that?
Every kitchen manager you had has quit after like 3 months.
But why? Is it just because they're not right fit?
They have to get called in on their days off, and the place is already stressful enough.
No.
And I'm like, no, line cook's
suck.
good. High paid line cook is fine.
What if they paid you double? It's all about money.
Yeah, I probably would, dude. Holy shit.
Then it'd be worth it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Money's
I'd work
just a
7
number.
days a week for that. Are you kidding me?
So money's just a number, but with that, I mean,
that's
shit.
a big number.
you can start building something with that.
Oh, my God, dude.
Well, unfortunately, we get paid enough
I
to
might
just
try that. Be like, pay me double what I make now.
Dude, if they did that.
Just send it.
Don't you make close to 25? They paid you like 50 an hour.
I make 20.
What if they paid you 50 an hour?
Obviously, I would work 7 days a week.
Well, what about 40?
I'd still probably work 7 days a week, dude. Are you kidding me?
True, dude.
2 times the money.
So
I'll sacrifice my days off insanity for that.
Well, you'd say that now before you do it, so I
could do it for at least a year.
What was your pay like at like Cracker Barrel? What was Pap giving you a week? Like $1,500? 1,000?
Well, every week it was like 600. So every 2 weeks it would be like 1,200.
Okay. So this is he has money somewhere. He's not going to tell anyone about it. Where it is.
Take that secret to his grave. I'm pretty sure.
What a dick, dude. What do you think? I mean, inheritance. Give us something, right? Come on.
I mean, probably goes to Mimi, I would imagine.
I guess. But compared to your jobs, I've worked so many, dude. Holy fuck.
Yeah, you run through jobs and cars like nobody's business.
Yeah, jobs and cars, just because I've had triple your cars and 8 times as many jobs, Nick.
Destroyed as many cars with deer as I've owned vehicles.
Nick.
That's a crazy statistic. That's wild.
Nick, I've only destroyed 2.
And that's just a fact.
I've only destroyed 2 cars from deer.
Only 2? I thought it was 3.
No, 2. And I dodged a deer, and the other one, I hit it dead on. You were with me when I dodged the deer. So
fun.
You remember that
non-traumatic
event.
NTE is what it's called, I think.
Non-traumatic. It's an event that, when you remember, fills you with bliss and euphoria.
I wonder what my stress is like.
Well, you didn't have your stress detector back in the day.
Time, but
the dog flying in the back seat. The stress. You're just thinking about it. Just thinking about the event. That's good, dude.
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
Was not that high 5 minutes ago.
An NTE, dude. Non-traumatic event.
Yeah, truly.
You know.
What even is trauma?
Trauma is trauma's just
traumatic.
Yeah, I mean, trauma, if I were to describe it, it's just something that happens to you that's a little too much for you.
Yeah, like it's a bro moment. It's a bro moment for sure.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's like, ooh.
Yeah, truly. Ooh. Yeah.
Wasn't ready for that one, and yet here it is.
Didn't expect it, didn't want it, but here it is.
Yeah. which is kind of crazy.
NTEs, man, they're wild.
I couldn't even tell you off the top of my head how many jobs I've had. I have to think about it.
Like more than 5.
Yes.
More than 10.
I don't know.
All right, well, tally it up. Tally it up right now.
So I'm a man. I'm a working man, and not in the sexual way. I'm a man. I'm a man that works.
Liar.
No, I'm not a working man. I got Nick right when he was vaping, so that was the perfect time for me to take him out.
Jesus Christ. Go on.
Along my working journey, I have worked many jobs. So my first job was McDonald's, which I talked about in the car episode.
Yeah, you loved it.
That job, I just remember working early in the mornings with old Mexican women and just them just like getting really frustrated with me until I would eventually get it. And then
that sounds like Mexican.
As I worked there for the longer that, and then when I was leaving, they all like friend requested me on Facebook. So now I'm friends with like 5 older Mexican ladies from McDonald's because they just love me because I learned a little bit of Spanish. I don't know any now, but like I would just understand what they were saying. It was almost like speaking to a child for me because I didn't understand the words, but it was like I think I know what they want based on the context clues.
Pinche chingadora.
Nick's not giving me any context clues. He's deadpanning me and just saying words. Yeah, see, there's nothing I could get. I could go nowhere off that. McDonald's, it was a fun enough job. I was just on the grill the whole time, just flipping patties and making egg muffins.
Yeah, don't they have it all streamlined too? So you just have like a thingy that presses it.
Yeah. You like
that's way easier.
You like lay out like 9 pucks and then you press a button and then it comes down and presses it.
No dragging of the knuckles across the hot
heats from top and bottom, dude, and it's done in
nice
like
even coat.
Less than a minute, dude. You just fucking put salt and pepper on it and then flip it. It's so hot, dude. Well, it's like 2 grills, dude, double grilling, pressing it.
That's efficiency.
Yeah. But so I worked at McDonald's. I also worked at Wendy's, but we'll get to that. McDonald's, it was like a week. But okay, so I went from McDonald's to Pizza Hut. It was literally down the street.
That one.
It was literally down the street from McDonald's. That was a great job. I worked that for like a year, maybe a year and a half, because I worked there until I went to Athens. Uh-huh. So that was my second job before Athens. Delivering pizza, dude, that shit's so good.
You've been a pizza delivery driver like 3 times.
Yeah. Twice, but
whatever.
It's always good.
Too.
It's a good career path. There's always older men in their like 40s, 50s, maybe 60s who would just do it like part-time.
You ever get any fun tips?
What's a fun tip?
Like a not cash tip.
Yeah. That's a good question. That's a good question, dude. That's a good question, Nick.
Such as
one time we're in Pizza Hut. I mean, I've gotten different tips in Pizza Hut, and then the other place I worked at was Avalanche in Athens. But at Pizza Hut, I was delivering to a ghetto spot. But I'm cool with all of it. I don't really give a shit, and because I had a shitty car, I'm like I blend right in.
You fit in. Yeah, just act like you fit in.
I went to it was just a big black guy. He was just outside smoking a blunt. I was like, "For you?" And he was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "You want to hit this?" And I said, "Yes, sir."
Yeah, why not?
Yes, sir. I
Could
do.
have not even been weed in there.
Yeah, that smelled like weed. So I figured it was.
Could have.
He could have, but he seemed like a normal fucking guy. He was just smoking weed.
That's how they get you.
Nick, it would be like you or me smoking a joint outside, and the guy comes up.
That's pretty sus.
But it was nice. It was just I just hit it a few times. I didn't feel anything great. It was just weed, It was great. So that was a fun tip. It was basically only weed. Like I've hit a bong before in people's house because I'm in Athens and at a party they're like, "Hey dude, you want to hit this?" Like I just see someone hitting a bong. I'm like, "Oh shit, look at that!" He's like, "You want to hit it?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I do. Yes, I do."
Athens, man,
go and blast
you can do
off.
anything.
So basically, my tips have only just been weed, if not money. I didn't have any fun like flashing like boobs or anything like that. But
No other drugs either, just weed.
Yeah, I've only wanted weed.
Well,
If
yeah,
there's
but,
anything, ever anything else offered, it's always just like, nah, dude, just give me the fucking weed. Get out of here, you fucking narc. Get out, you fucking freak.
Dude, you're the narc, bro. You're the pizza delivery driver.
You're
Like, you're busted.
Coke, dude, give me fucking weed. Get out of my face.
Just pull out your badge. You're under arrest.
Yeah, I'll put you under arrest. Give me this pizza. But delivering pizza, I mean, it's fun. The worst part is on campus when people are just like, hey, is that mine? And it's just like, nah, dog, it ain't yours, bro. Nope. No.
Be.
Or like delivering to a bar on a Friday or Saturday night when you look at the address and you just know it's a bar and you get that delivery and you're like, fucking kill me.
Like the skull.
You know it's gonna suck. Because you go to the bar. First of all, no place to park because Saturday night.
Yeah.
People literally clogging the sidewalks and just wandering in the streets because they're drunk and
the bar
that's just
is
what they do.
Overfull of customers.
Every bar. There's so many bars and they're all full. And people are just bursting out of it. I have to somehow get in there and get a pizza inside.
And all these people want that pizza.
Yeah. The moment I step out of my car, the moment when I'm on Court Street, that main street in Athens, the moment you step out of that car with that pizza, hey, pizza boy, you get that shit. And it's just like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Suck on my dick, dude.
Hey, bro, suck on my dick. Get out of here. There's been so many times where I'm like, people ask if it's for them, and I'm like, nah.
You know it's not.
No. Did you order it? No, it's not for you then. Sorry, dog. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Pizza Hut was before Avalanche, but I'm talking about Avalanche right now.
It's pizza.
Pizza Hut, because I didn't work at Avalanche from Pizza Hut. But from Pizza Hut, I went because I had to get a job when I was in Athens. My first job while I was in Athens. The Avalanche was like the best job I had in Athens, but I had some jobs before that were not.
That's the one that I primarily remember you having is Avalanche.
Because that's the only one that is worth remembering.
Well, except for the one.
Oh, there's
the color of ruby.
Well, that's one, but
there's another.
Nick, there's so many. Okay, so when I first got to Athens, I'm like, I need a fucking job. Like, I can't pay rent with no job, and my parents aren't supporting me, of course, because. Why would you support your kid in college?
We had to combine our money for an Xbox.
As children?
Yeah, as children. And then we found out we needed the internet adapter for it.
Yeah.
Another $100. Whatever, go on. Doesn't matter. Probably unrelated.
Well, just the rule of thumb with that, or just the gist of the story that you just told, is that we've had any enjoyment that we need, we find ourselves. We pay for it ourselves, whatever it takes. We're the ones bringing our own joy into our life.
Truly salt of the earth.
Which is probably why we're not religious. Because why the fuck would we thank anyone else but ourselves? Why would I thank anyone else but myself? What the hell? So anyway, my first job when I went to Athens, I applied so many places, but you don't get shit. But
there's a ton of people that are applying there. It's a college town.
Yeah. And plus, I started applying like right when classes started because that's when I needed a job, and so did everyone else.
Yeah, like I was trying to work at one of the food halls there, and they were like upperclassmen. Like only are allowed to apply or something like that, or they get priority. So by the time that the applications are even like available to me, the positions are already filled.
Well, working for the school is just a fucking. I mean, I can't even imagine that. I feel like you get paid decently. And yeah, free food if you work at like the food hall.
Eating for free is like always a cool thing.
It's never not.
Yeah,
eating for free.
I love free food.
Yeah.
Most of my jobs are the last.
I was about to say that's the only reason I like jobs in food service because you just fucking eat. You get you can get fat if you're not careful. Well, that's different.
Just take it off the shelf. The camera's not there. It's pretty cool. Whatever.
What?
Go on.
What was that?
Nothing.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
So during my job search, I was living in an apartment, and it's like Section 8 housing is where I was living, but we didn't know it at the time. It was just really cheap apartments that me and my friend found. I was roommates with Shoeless Joe Jackson from previous episodes.
Reoccurring character.
Yeah. So Joe and I were in this apartment. We got a dog. We shouldn't have gotten a dog, but we got a dog. That dog's now dead, but that was a good dog. He was fine. He did a lot of dumb shit. He pissed all over my clothes. But I got a flyer stuffed in our door for a telemarketing job. It didn't say telemarketing. It said like call center. You know, it was like you're gonna be just working on the phones, inbound and outbound, phone calls, no sales. You know, I was like, oh, no sales. Okay,
So no sales.
so no sales.
Remember that?
Nah, dude.
All right. So how long did that job last? And how did
Well, first of all, yeah. Well, first of all, I had to call to apply, and they're like, "Can you come in today?" When I called them,
we need you here like right now.
and I was like, "I mean, I can come in tomorrow."
Dude picks up the phone like, oh, thank Christ.
Holy shit! Someone called. Thank you, fucking God. Oh,
For good reason too.
but no, I mean, I did call them obviously, and they said, "Can you come in?" And I'm like, "No, can I come in tomorrow?" Yep. So I come in tomorrow. They interviewed me, and by interviewed me, they just like, "Do you want this job?" And I'm like, "I mean, I need a job." Yeah, I suppose I need a job. So that's all it really took for that job. You got it. You know, I got the job.
You're in.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't take much. But I come to find out that job was literally a living hell. So, you know, that job was literally, I think it was like some kind of fire department scam we were pulling. We were selling some some police officer decals for like your car or some shit. But again, it wasn't sales. We were like accepting like mandatory donations, and you would receive.
So you give us money and we give you a product.
But the product is a sticker.
But they're unrelated because you're donating it. You're just giving me this.
Yeah.
This is
coincidence.
your prize for a donation.
You just happen to be getting it at the same time.
All right. Okay. So not sales.
You get it in the mail. We're like, I don't know how you got it.
Coincidence.
Yeah. What's the return address? Oh, there is no return address, huh? Oh.
They don't need to know where it came from.
You just need to know where it's going.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a one-way trip.
Yeah. You want this decal? We know where it's going. But you know, it was just all like just trying to persuade old people on the phone to donate like up to like $500, and I'm just like talking to these people who are like, man, my husband just got put on life support, and I really just can't go on thinking about this. And you're on the phone calling me about decals and donating, and I'm just like, ma'am, oh my God, I wouldn't want to talk to me either. Holy,
But can I interest you in this nice decal?
But do you support the police? Do you support your local police chapter, and would you like to donate today for a decal?
Are you more crushed about your husband than you are loving the police?
If you donate $10, you get the silver level. If you donate $20, you get the gold. If you donate $50, you get the platinum. Now, which level do you think I should put you at today? Most of our residents like the platinum level because it looks the best on the back of their car.
It looks so good on there.
Now, it's $50, but you can't really put a price on how much you love the police. And
$500 is what I'm going to pay.
We were calling people late at night. You know, half the people are like having dinner. You know, and I'm just like
with their family.
I'm like, they're like, hey, I'm like sitting down for dinner. I'm like, hey, dude, you want to donate? No, dude, no.
Money me.
Money me. Dude, can you just imagine doing that?
No, I don't answer the phone.
Yeah,
because of people like you. You filth.
Well, the thing is, like the people I worked with were like the lowest of the low, just the biggest degenerates. Like when I did your voice, like just that's like picture the face that voice goes with, and it's like, no, like worse.
Oh.
Like these people have been to prison. These people have had multiple felonies, more than likely. These people can't hold just a regular job.
So that was not your final straw.
My first clue should have been
You
calling them and them telling me that I should come in that moment to work.
Like right away.
Yeah. My first clue should just be the first contact I had with them.
The desperation.
Yeah. Well, because they didn't give off they had a woman answer the phone, but I mean, it was all, felons working. That's a good strat. You know, you have a nice, articulate lady. You sound professional.
They trick you.
Yeah.
You got
She's
tricked.
the one who interviewed me. You want this job, please? You know?
We don't really care, but come on. Get in here.
I think the pay was like literally minimum wage. So I was like, I just need to have some money coming in.
Any green at all.
Yeah. And I was like, I applied to so many places and literally no places getting back to me. There's like so many like chain places around Athens too that I applied to, like hotels and just stores, restaurants, you know, nothing.
Except for the one.
Yeah. But the day I quit this telemarketing job, it was literally like a week after I started, maybe 2 weeks. I was like, well, at least I have a paycheck now coming, but I don't want to do this anymore. Like literally the day that I quit, I pulled into the lot, which was in the back of a strip mall, you know, so it's just sketch driving back there, first of all. But I'm pulling into this parking spot, and I'm just looking at the door, and the crowd of gremlins standing outside, like playing hacky sack, smoking cigs, because the doors are locked. Like,
why are the doors
like
locked?
The managers have to come and unlock it, like it's there before open, and like there's just a crowd of like 20 people standing outside the store, and you can just see like the selection of faces and characters and just the kinds of people that work here.
And so you
and I didn't even turn my car off, dude. I literally put my car from park to in reverse and got out of there. I literally just drove away, and I said,
smartest thing you've ever done.
Literally the smartest move I ever had. I looked at the selection of people, and I'm like, nope. I'm not one of these people. I'm literally a college student. These are all felons. I'm not. This isn't me. I'm not them.
I'm out.
Yeah. I literally just pull off and just drive away. And I mean, people probably saw me because it's just a parking lot, and I had parked, and then soon after I parked,
well, it wasn't
just
your
pulled
first
out.
day. Like they recognized your face.
Maybe.
I would imagine through the windshield.
Maybe.
Like, hey, there's Alex. Oh, there
Man,
he goes.
dude, the relief I felt driving. It was only like a 5-minute drive to my house. I just remember blasting music, just being like, "Holy shit, that's over!" Like, even though I needed a job so bad, that wasn't worth it.
That's not the job.
That's not the job. No. But after that, I was again desperate for a job, of course, and you know, so when you're desperate, you literally will take anything, just like I did with the telemarketing job. And the place that I took another job at was Wendy's. Yay! Wendy's. I worked at Wendy's.
Make some good spicy nuggets.
No. Well, they do actually, but
Yeah.
Gotcha. While working at Wendy's, I learned how they make the chili.
I've never had their chili.
They still have the chili, which I found astounding. But, dude, they literally just, like, the meat that you cook stays good for, like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. And then at which point it's considered bad. And then it's thrown in the chili. So you keep it on a warmer.
The bad meat.
Yeah, you keep it on a warmer, and you just take some of those, you know, those chopping knives, those hand knife things, and you just cut it up. And you just chop it up until it's into ground beef, and then you just add it to the chili.
Delicious.
And
And charge people $20 a pop.
You give it a good stir, you know.
Not a good stir.
You just keep adding to it, dude. You just keep adding to it.
Endless soup. That's wretched. How is that even legal?
I literally felt illegal to me doing it. I was like, this feels wrong. Like chopping up.
They're like, no, that's the process.
Literally chopping up the burger patties so they don't go to waste and putting them into chili, just so you don't have more waste. But then again, who's ordering the chili at Wendy's? And if you are, you deserve it to be old.
It will ruin you because nobody orders the chili.
You deserve.
So it's the oldest of the already old.
Yeah, it's not good.
Fucking putrid.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I worked there for a week because I got a job offer or interview at Ruby Tuesday. I didn't only intend to stay there for a week, but I was relieved to only work there for a week. After working at the telemarketing place for 2 weeks, just being like, is this just what my job life is now? Just working these jobs that just make me want to die?
Oh, yeah.
And just hate life.
Yes, sir.
But Ruby Tuesday, the interview, it was a regular normal interview, where you're just like, so what, makes you want to work, normal interview. But it was for a dishwasher position. It wasn't like the telemarketing job where they're just like, do you want the job? Please, can you please work?
You need this job.
Ruby Tuesday, got the job as, I think, dishwasher first. But I went from dishwasher to host to expo. So I did host expo shit. But that was as far as I got in that job. And that was me tending fucking the goddamn salad bar. That shit was so gross.
People like their salads, And lima beans, apparently.
A buffet and a salad bar are so similar, but the only difference is hot and cold, right? But with the hot, it just seems less disgusting, right?
Well, if it's kept up to temperature, yeah.
I mean, they're supposed to, right?
Yeah, supposed to, but...
And they're also supposed to keep the other stuff cool,
Yes.
Salad bar is supposed to be cold.
The cooler is for keeping things cold, typically.
And that's supposed to be at a certain cold temperature.
Yes.
Which it probably isn't.
Almost certainly not, no.
At least not all, in the whole place,
Especially if it's just like a slow day. Yeah. It's just like the old stuff that's just been sitting out there.
So would you rather have stuff that's not supposed to be, not as cold as it should be, or not as hot as it should be? Is the question.
Not as hot, because if things are supposed to be kept cold, it's probably for a good reason.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And it's never cold enough.
Yeah.
Or it's frozen. What are
in that case, it's perfectly fine.
And then it's unusable. You're like, you have to chop it to ice to get the thing.
Yeah, but then it's like good.
Hard as a rock, these lima beans. You just
they'll eat less.
Dude, you literally get complaints for that. It's like you have to have it. It's such the perfect, not too cold. I hate salad bars, and I'm glad I don't work at a salad bar anymore. I would rather work at a buffet because I feel like you just keep filling that up. You don't got to really worry about it.
Buffet would be way easier because they probably got cooks making whatever they're just low on. You just take that.
You probably just got people out there just keeping an eye, making sure.
That's probably a whole separate job.
Yeah. How much do you think those people get paid? Probably not that much.
Probably
working
not
at a buffet
at all. Yeah, if I had to guess.
Well, maybe the food at a buffet, I haven't been to a buffet, and so, dude, that might be a good idea for an episode. Just going to a buffet.
Us going to a buffet with our camera pointed at us, just stuffing our fucking faces.
Well, it'll just be my phone, so it's not that obnoxious.
We'd have to be in the corner too, but I mean, who goes to buffets?
I just
always might be secluded.
I just always think of the Tim Dillon, the Pizza Hut lunch buffet.
Pizza, yeah.
There's no video for it, but it's just the audio is all you need.
You can see it. You can see it.
That's what I want for us to have there. Just be like, this is awful. How much do we pay for this? $6 is not worth it.
It's probably like $15.
Yeah, they raised it. Well, they have to raise prices.
Who the fuck goes to a buffet anymore?
Old people.
Full stop.
Church people.
Well, they're seldom different people. I mean,
old people and church people are one and the same. Typically.
Yeah.
Who else though? Anyone else? Like Indian families probably because they're
forcing with
bargains. Indian families.
They cut that
and keep it in. And what else, Nick? What else? Who else would go to buffets?
Just the children that are tagging along.
Kids.
Yeah.
You just want to include kids in general?
That can be with church growth.
I love kids. I want to include kids in general. Nick, we don't have to include kids in general. Kids are part of the families that I mentioned with the Indian families. Okay.
So
yeah, okay. So Nick, no, it's fine. So moving on from Ruby Tuesday. So Ruby Tuesday, I worked there for like a good year and a half, I think. Just flirting with servers and shit.
Classic Alex right there.
Not getting anything. I didn't, got nothing from that. Damn. But from there, I went to Kroger.
How long did you work at Ruby Tuesday?
Like a year and a half. That was an actual job. Because it was just steady pay and it wasn't super shitty,
And then you went from there to Kroger?
Yeah.
Why?
I went from Ruby Tuesday to Kroger because the hours were longer, so I get more hours, and the pay was better.
Oh, well.
And those two things together, more hours, more pay. Because they were cutting hours at Ruby Tuesday because no one was coming in. For one reason or another, no one was coming in. It wasn't even COVID time at this point. People just weren't going in.
People were out in droves when we were at OU.
But then I went to Kroger. I think the reason I might have had to leave Ruby Tuesday was because I was working the Lancaster Festival.
Oh, yeah.
So the reason I have to quit jobs so constantly, like every year I would work like stage crew for a local festival, setting up a main stage and doing just like, stagehand stuff for like the whole month of August. And I did that for like 7 or 8 years. I did that just because it was a good time, hanging out with some guys and gals every year, just putting some shit together, getting handsy. It was the only time during the year I ever got out in the sun and got tan and felt swole because I was doing so much manual labor and I never exercised besides then. So that was the only time I'd feel any growth. and it would all go down very quickly after that. But
you were done,
Yeah. Dude, that was my favorite job ever, working stage crew. You got paid like absolute trash. But it was so enjoyable because it doesn't feel like a job. You're just literally hanging out. And I personally would get high with the people that were cool and would also get high. But
those are the cool people.
Yeah, it was most of them. So yeah, I would say, yeah, we would say we're gonna go have a safety meeting. We're gonna go make sure we're all safe and have a safety meeting. And by safe, we would get very high, very high, because we're a stage crew. A stage crew gets high. Cool stage crew.
Everyone gets high.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Like, come on.
Moms get high. Our mom gets high.
Moms get high. Moms get high.
Cool moms get high. That should be a T-shirt. Cool moms get high.
Smoke their old weed before they buy new weed, I think.
That's a long shirt, but I like it.
I like that slogan. It rolls off the tongue.
It doesn't roll off the tongue, but I like it. It's very long.
It falls off the tongue.
It's a mouthful, but if you get it out, you really get a picture in your
The
head.
message gets across.
Yeah. You really get an idea of what you're trying to say.
Just painting a canvas
like a sculpture
with my words.
But for me, okay, so at Kroger, I worked in the deli at Kroger, dude.
Delicious.
Yeah. The deli. And I was just slicing meat all day and all night.
Did you eat some of it while you were slicing it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
because they had boar's head, dude. Anyone knows anything about boar's head, that's the best meat and cheese. Bro, fucking boar's head cheese. People always talk about boar's head cheese and boar's head meat, honestly. They had like specialty meats.
They got some good Colby Jack.
They were the only ones that had Havarti. Well, they had a private selection Havarti, which was Kroger brand, but it's not as good as boar's head. Everything boar's head did was either juicier, more flavorful, or just better tasting. I don't know what they were doing. It was just good,
They got good farms, dude.
Yeah. But I didn't mind working in the deli, Met a girlfriend there, good time. So you can't really hate it all for that. She was in the sushi department, but it was in the view of me in the deli because it was in similar sections.
So you're just gazing across the store.
Hey, baby.
Hey, yo, girl. Yeah. Let me
when
holler
you
at
up, baby?
When are you going to get out of here?
Yeah, hey, baby.
Let me meet up with you.
And that's how it went, kind of, sort of.
Spitting some game.
Yeah. But then I worked at Kroger for a year and then had to quit that because of working stage crew again for the Lancaster Festival. I would tell my jobs, hey, I have to take like a month off. Like I won't be able to work. I have to commit.
Yeah, so you're fired. Like
50 to 60 hours a week to this stage crew shit for like a good month. And yeah, none of my jobs up until Avalanche were like okay with that. So they would be like, if you go, you're gonna be fired. And I'm like, well, I'm going. I mean, I told you about it, but that was never enough for these people.
Well, it's just like a churn, dude. As soon as you're grinded out, a new one's in.
But it's Kroger, dude. I mean, how many meat slicers are you gonna find in Athens, Ohio?
So many.
It's true. There's
so many.
I worked with so many people that went to school. It was only people that went to school at OU that I work with, basically. And then old people.
It's like right next to the college.
And then there's some townies that have just been there for like
that live at the
years,
Skull.
That are like you at Lost Marks, where it's like they've just been here for so long.
Well,
they're just here. We think they're part of the building.
I'm a fixture, yeah.
Like we can't get them to leave. And then he doesn't seem to want to leave, so he stays. You know?
Just like, whatever.
He's in the corner there. What's up, guys? My name's Nick.
Nope.
No one wants to know your name. We're just trying to stay away from you.
That's how you
Scary
do it,
looking man.
You're the scary looking man, dude. I'm like
Guys, just,
a ray of sunshine.
I want one friend. Just one. Dude, get away from me. Come here. Get back here. Let me grab you. No, God, fucking run. Run.
They don't say run.
They're going to run away from you. I would run away from you. You're a monster.
You should run. You should be terrified.
So from Kroger, because how many has this been? Because from Kroger, I had to work at Landfest again, obviously. And then I needed a job, obviously, when I came back to Athens, because the month gone, I lost the Kroger job. So found a job at Avalanche Pizza. Avalanche Pizza. Which was my other pizza delivery job, which is so good. Best job ever, besides the job I work now. Because,
well, yeah, of course it is.
Well, but, I would just get high. I would work late at night. It was the dream, dude. Just cruising at high speeds with the windows down. Stoned.
With your muffler going.
No, that was at the end of, the point. But
okay.
Most of the time I'm just cruising at way over the speed limit, just trying to get to a place
Somehow
really
not
quick.
Arrested.
Yeah, never got pulled over.
You were smoking while you were driving, weren't you, too?
Yeah, well, no. Point. My strategy was to stop at my house and hit the bong but 2 or 3 times, and then go back to the store, just like
mid-delivery.
just the reddest, barely opened eyes. It just guys like, hey, dude, you were gone for a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I had to stop at my house, man. Just
for what?
I get a snack,
Alex.
It was just painfully obvious, but everyone's there.
Well, everyone else.
Yeah, that's where I went. Weston, we were both just really blazed one day. Just made eye contact, like Charlie and Mac. Like, oh, who are you?
Is that what happened?
I think he was singing and dancing, and I was just like, "What's going on, dude? You seem like a cool guy." And it just went from there because I wanted a friend.
So bad.
Because I just started working there.
Badly.
I just started working there. Didn't know anybody. I'm like, I need to make a friend. And
you're like you.
He was one of the first friends I made there, yeah. And he was a good guy. Don't know where he is now, but he's off into...
He's in the yonder.
Yeah, the other part of the U.S., Still alive, but doing something else.
Doing his thing, dude. Vibing, flourishing.
So I worked at Avalanche for like 2 years. I would... they would let me do Landfest and then come back. They would let me leave for that month. They're like, just let us know when you're back. I'm like, you guys are the job I was looking for this whole time. Like, that's all you need is a job to just be like, yeah, dude, you do you, and we'll let us know when, when you want to work again. I'm like...
So you want a job that you could just be like, all right, I'll be back later.
Well, that specific job was great because it was just like mom and pop owned, so you could do shit like that.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's what you want for that kind of job. Dream job. But from that job, because after I graduated, I had to leave Athens, and I had to leave Avalanche, which made me sad. And, Nick, have you been keeping track of how many jobs this has been?
I think you're at like 6.
So after that, damn, I'm not even done yet, because I have to come back from Athens.
At least 2 more, at least.
3, yeah. So I come back to more? I don't know. So we're back... I just have to remember in order what they were. Because I came back from Athens and I wanted a job in the music industry because I had just gotten my degree. And I was like, yeah, this would be sick. Get a job at like the radio station that I listened to growing up, CD 102.5. And they emailed me yesterday. They're completely off the radio. They're not playing anything ever again.
Oh, wow.
They're done. Like,
my God.
Like they were shut off of like on air, like the beginning of the year, like January. But they were like playing online, and like,
now that's
and like yesterday
done.
it was just off. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I guess not enough support or something. But yeah,
well,
very sad.
Radio's done, I
yeah,
think,
unfortunately. But I got a job at the local radio station doing live sound for the local shows called Local and Live for the summer. I would just set up big amplifiers and I would wire microphones for performers to play, and then I would work the mixing board. And I did that for like 3 or 4 months for the radio station. Didn't get paid well at all for that. I think it was like $9 an hour, and I would work like 3 hours a day. So it's like,
Oh
you
my
you
God.
get paid nothing.
Jesus Christ.
I got free food though, because all the bars they played
I would
at,
hope.
they would give me a free meal, which was fucking so good because it was good food.
It's like $20 value right there.
Basically. I mean, I didn't have to pay for food. It was good. Whatever. It's fine.
Free food is the best food.
That was a fun job just for that reason, where it's like you're like in the scene, you feel connected. You're like doing something to like have your impact on it, and you felt like you're part of it. But again, you get paid nothing, so it's like, what the fuck's it? What's worth it? What's worth anything now? And
Depends on if you have a trust fund.
yeah, that'd be dude. And then you could just do fun shit.
Could you
I
imagine?
No, dude, some people live like that.
Yeah, that's their
imagine
entire
what
life.
their view of life is.
Way better.
Life is fucking dope. That's what they think.
Love it.
That's what they think.
Yeah, they're like, life is the greatest
Because
gift.
why wouldn't they think that?
Yeah, I mean, I know I would.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's only a natural thing.
Yeah, like they have it their entire lives.
So
too.
having
Just
a
like,
bitterness like us only comes from the struggle.
bitter.
It's
Who's
just-
bitter?
It comes from the struggle.
I'm like tart at best.
So where was I? I got a job at the local radio station.
Yeah, getting paid jack shit.
After that finished, they were like, "Hey man, do you want to be our live sound guy just for like our shows here?" And I was like, "Hey, maybe. What's the pay?" Again, very bad and not many hours. And I was like, I need more consistent hours. So I was like, I turned down that job, which in retrospect I was like, oh damn, that would have been a good job, but didn't make any money doing that. So I went and applied and got a job at Sam Ash, which we talked about in a previous episode, me working at Sam Ash. But didn't make any money there either. All these jobs that I've worked at, I've struggled because they don't pay me anything. And it's just like, it's all about finding what you want to do, what you like to do, and you get paid enough for it, Or something that's easy to do,
Well,
at least.
you've got like the best of all worlds currently.
Now, we'll get there, but
That's pretty ridiculous.
I deserve it.
Sure.
You listening to all the jobs I'm listing, Nick?
Yeah, that you've lost due to Landfest.
Or,
basically.
I mean, none of them paid well.
Or like, yeah. Well, why would they, dude? They got college age broke people. They know it. It's like,
So after Sam Ash, I went to Apple because Apple was like, "Hey, dude, we'll pay you like $16 an hour to just sling iPhones," and I was like, "Dude, I'm making half that now. Holy shit!" And it was part
it's a
time.
gold mine.
It was part time, and I was working full time, making none. So I was like, "Dude, I'll make more money working less hours." Like, holy shit, let's do that. So then I worked at Apple for a while. I worked at the stores, at the Easton and then the Polaris store as well. That was a fun time in my life. While also trying to do Landfest, in the summers. I would have to quit one and then go to the other one. But then after Apple, I went to Root Insurance, which was an online, where I worked from home taking calls. That was when we were living together, I think.
Yeah.
And I was
When you were working at Apple.
I was working at Apple before that.
Yeah,
Well,
no, that was when we'd gotten the first house.
Okay. Well, I was working at Apple, and also I forgot to mention I was working at the hotel too, because
so you've had like 13 jobs.
I needed another job because I didn't make enough at Apple just doing part time. I was like, damn, I need another job because I either need a full time job or I need another part time job. So I just got another part time job at the hotel. Well, while I was working at Apple, so Apple and hotel at the same time.
Fun.
And it wasn't fun. That's why I was like, "Fuck
Wasn't
this
that
shit."
when you took like your overnight video.
Yeah, and then I made it like a hotel night auditor video that has like 50,000 views for some reason, and I was like, "Fuck this, dude! I need an actual just regular like person full time job."
Regular person job.
So I quit Apple in the hotel, and that's when I got the job at Root, working from home, customer service, insurance. That sucked ass. I hated talking on the phone. Did that for like a year. I got fired from that job because I just would show up late every day and just would not answer the phone half the time because I was like, this is hell. I want to get fired. So then I did. I got fired from that. thankfully, and I vowed I would never work another call center job because I was like, I can't talk to people on the phone because I can't just fake my emotions with these people because they get me so pissed. I'm just like, hey!
You get agitated?
Well, then I mute it, but like they hear the recording back, the people, like my supervisors, because even if it's muted, they still hear it. Not the customer, but the people, so it's like, fuck this, dude. You're just listening to everything I'm saying. I can't even like vent with the customer can't hear it.
Yeah.
Fuck that. So got fired from that, but I welcomed the firing. And then from that I had to used a recruitment agency. I went through like the unemployment of Ohio, and they sent me through like Dawson, the recruitment agency. And they just sent me like a few job offers, and I was like, they're like, hey, choose one. I was like, this one looks cool, Klarna. So I chose Klarna. And then I was like, the pay is like pretty good. Is this real? It was like over $20 an hour. I was like, what am I doing? I'm answering phones. Okay. But then now I've moved to second shift where I'm just doing chats. And I don't answer any phones. Logs. I don't get to answer any phones. I get paid more, and I get very few chats a day.
It's pretty good.
So I don't know how many jobs that is. I can go back and count and flash a number on the screen, but it's a lot. Did you count, Nick? You said there was like 12.
I guess like 13.
That's a lot.
I better be right.
It's a lot.
You'll figure it out when you go back and do it.
That's a full hour, dude. Just talk
about your jobs.
Well, your few jobs and then all my jobs.
It's just like the car episode all over again.
Yeah. Well, that's how podcast.
What have I done a lot of that you have done very little?
That's how podcasts work. That's what I want to figure out. That's what I want to figure out.
My God.
Well, since it's the end of the episode, I mean, I have like podcast topics. Do any of these interest you? Video games.
Just what about video games? Just video games in general? Like what do you mean? Did you just write video games in there?
No. But what if I did? No, I wrote video games we're excited for. And then in parentheses I put Shadow of the Erd Tree, Stalker, Star Wars Outlaws. Are you excited for any of those games?
Well, Shadow of the Erd Tree I am. Star Wars Outlaws I'm not, because that's supposed to be trash.
I'm about Stalker.
And I haven't seen anything about that middle one. I don't even
dude. Well, I have pulled up like a bunch of Reddit stuff because I didn't know if we were going to talk about anything, but we did, obviously. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We could do another episode if you want,
dude.
But we don't have to.
I think I'm talked out, dude. I'm tired.
All right, whatever. Thanks for watching the 4th episode of Brother Brother, guys. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Peace.